Silence can feel louder than words. A message goes unanswered. A room goes quiet. Someone doesn't respond the way you hoped. And suddenly, your mind fills the gap. You assume it's about you. But why does silence feel so personal, even when nothing was actually said? Silence isn't empty. Your brain treats it like missing information. And when information is missing, the mind doesn't stay still. It creates meaning, and often that meaning turns inward. Today, we're breaking down why silence triggers self-doubt, emotional pain, and overthinking, and why it feels like rejection even when it may not be. Your brain is designed to predict outcomes. It looks for patterns so it can keep you safe. When someone speaks, you have data. When someone stays silent, your brain loses control of the narrative, so it fills in the blanks. It almost always fills them with the worst possible explanation. Silence creates uncertainty. And uncertainty activates the same parts of the brain associated with threat. Your nervous system doesn't ask, "Is this logical?" It asks, "Am I being excluded? Did I do something wrong? Am I about to be rejected?" To your brain, silence feels like danger. Silence rarely hurts because of the moment itself. It hurts because of what it reminds you of. Past experiences where silence meant abandonment. Parents who withdrew instead of explaining. Partners who used distance as punishment. Friends who disappeared without closure. Your brain remembers those patterns. So when silence appears now, your body reacts as if it's happening again. You're not reacting to the present. You're reliving the past. That's why silence can feel overwhelming, even when the situation seems small. Connection isn't optional for the human brain. It's a survival need. Being acknowledged tells your nervous system, "I belong." Silence removes that signal. When someone doesn't respond, your brain interprets it as social rejection. And social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. That's why silence can feel like it physically hurts. Your body experiences it as loss. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. When silence happens, your mind assumes you're the cause. But silence is often about the other person. They're overwhelmed. They don't know what to say. They're distracted, exhausted, or emotionally unavailable. Silence isn't always a message. Sometimes it's just a lack of capacity. But when you already doubt yourself, silence feels like confirmation. Silence feels personal because your brain wants certainty, connection, and reassurance. When those disappear, it turns inward and blames you. But silence doesn't always mean rejection. It doesn't define your worth. Sometimes silence says more about where someone else is than who you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. And you never imagined the weight of silence. Thanks for watching.